lads just rolled up. No doubt they're going to make tracks to the CREB. I have a fat time. I'll go check it out shortly. Just had a bacon, egg and cheese roll. So I've got food in the tank. Just let the food coma pass and I'm out of here while there's a break in the weather. Warming the old girl up and we're hitting the CREB. Let's go check it out. Oh, please, no more rain. Mr. Croc. Oh, look how low the tide is now. Whoa. Where do people cross? Two top blokes gonna go across for me first so I can see how deep it is. And they came up the other day and yeah, local was saying there's a resident 5 metre one that cruises up and down this river, so I'm kind of stoked that they're here going through first because my heart is in my mouth. So there's a few boulders in there to watch for. Halfway up their hubs, it's still a bit deep. Yeah, there's a few boulders. Alright, gotta do it now. Wet feet coming up, I think. Oh, at least the croc's gone. Don't drown, no Artemis. Whoa, that's really boggy underneath. Oh, that was close. Good girl, Artemis. Oh, my left boot's full of water. Thank you. Thanks for that. Yeah, that was there was definitely some boggy sections in there. Yeah, she was fishtailing a bit. I thought, oh no, not now. Yeah. Yeah, just shoot that croc for me, that's all. Yeah, cool. You guys can go first, I'm just gonna cruise. Thank you. It was nice meeting you both. Cheers, enjoy. Yeah, will do. Yeah, cool. See ya. See you, doggy. Oh, look at the look on the doggy's face. Oh, I was more worried about the bloody croc. So it's a 5 metre-y. It's a bit territorial. So I wonder if that water, because at the moment it's kind of low tide. So I wonder if that water's going to be deeper by the time I get back. Won't be camping out here with Mr. Croc. Probably should have gone ahead of them. There's another gate. A little river. Oh, this is good anyway. At least I get to see the rivers. It's quite a deep hole. Imagine if that croc's in there. actually worried about getting ambushed by a croc here. It's a jungle. Beautiful though. Should have gone ahead. Need for them to go. Oh look, it is wet and greasy, eh? That is wet and greasy. Out the middle. Oh yeah, and it's that horrible greasy shit. Oh, I should have stayed in the middle. Yeah, this is going to be super hard work. I'd love to do this with Mark. No. I want to do this with somebody else. Oh, that's the first thing I've backed out of. Just not up for the challenge today. I would have loved to have done this with Mark. This view. Oh, I'm not disappointed. But I'm worried about that that tide mark coming back up later down the track. That would be my greatest concern. I was surprised how boggy that river sand was underneath. Yeah, this is definitely something I'd love to do with the mates. Where it's in the shade. Oh yeah, slippy. Oh, I wish it was just dry like this all the way through. Stay in there, Mr. Croc. Don't ambush me. I'm even nervous. Mr. Croc could be walking across here and I wouldn't know. So undulating. Not walking across a paddock, is he? 5 metres, eh? Thinking I should be waiting for someone to come across so I can cross again in case I do drown it. Just stopped at the bridge to wring the water out of my socks. I just met Ross and Amy, just pulled up in the car and they're like, oh my god, I just watched your video last night. So we just had a good giggle. So they're just going to go check the CREB out. So yeah, a couple of things. I'm disappointed, but you know what? I'm not disappointed. One, I've only been really just adventure riding for 18 months. So I still know that, you know, my skill is not frickin' Toby Price Enduro Queen, ride to the death. You know, if anything, my courage is greater than my skill. My determination is greater than my skill. But I'm just one of those people that is extremely intuitive. I've never turned my intuition off. I listen to it all the time. It is my internal radar. So there's situations I've come across where I've gone, fuck, you know, this is really hairy. But then I listen to my gut. My gut says, you're okay. And I go, oh, okay, I'll do it then. So a couple of things. When I got to that first river crossing at the CREB, the really wide one, met that beautiful two lads in the 4x4. WA guy got stuck over here with coronavirus. This is their third day up there. And yesterday they met a local farmer who's also a pig hunter. There is a resident croc, a 5-metre resident croc that patrols up and down that river. And this farmer's lost 8 dogs in 3 years to it. So that scared me straight up. I'm like, oh, thank God you guys have come so you can go through the river first and get rid of Mr. Croc for me. Now, when I've ridden over this bridge, the tide is actually out. I'm surprised how low the river is compared to yesterday. So I'm thinking, shit, what's going to happen later in the day when the tide comes back in? That river's going to get a lot deeper. When I crossed it, it was really quite boggy. There was a couple of hairy moments there. I was like, oh, please, Artemis, don't drop this. And then it sort of played in my head, shit, when I come back by myself later on today and I go to cross that river and the tide's up, and if the four-wheel drive doesn't come out for ages and I'm waiting on the bank, I might finally get to see my Mr. Croc, but very intimately. So that played on my mind. Secondly, following the four-wheel drive, I felt safe that I had somebody else there with me. They said, yeah, no worries, just we'll, you know, catch up and make sure that you don't hurt yourself or whatever. But four-wheel drives don't go fast enough for me to get the momentum that you actually need to do trails like this. This rain, there was definitely sections that were greasy, and because the four-wheel drives have gone up them, it's made it really slick. Now, there was the island part, which was fantastic to ride up, where I got more grip because it wasn't as slick from the four-wheel drive tyres. But you're not always going to have those islands, and some of them are more tunneled and you just can't ride along the top of it. So definitely doing that sort of start of that track gave me a good indication of what was to come. In hindsight, I probably should have gone ahead of the four-wheel drive and gone and done it. Then if I'd, you know, fallen over and hurt myself, they would have caught up to me in no time and I wouldn't be, you know, injured on the side with Mr. Croc chewing on my leg until somebody got there. But kind of didn't think about that until after I got back. But yeah, just gut told me this is a track I'd love to do with a mate. You know, if Mark was here, mate, it would be, you know, a Harry's hole, a Harry's hellhole. And by the end, I'll be doing cartwheels. But yeah, kind of by myself. Nah, intuition told me not today. I just wish it didn't rain. If it hadn't rained and it was dry all the way through, yeah, not a problem. But definitely some of those greasy sections, yeah, and with Artemis's front suspension. So for those that have asked, the Honda CRF 250L does not have adjustable front suspension. They're just sealed units. They don't even have the little breather valves to let the air out. So, you know, I've had work on it done 2 or 3 times, didn't work, had it restored back to factory original again, but it is just not that great. It's not that great. So there's certain, you know, going downhill and big dips and that, where I just have to do them slower. I've got no choice, because when I do go down, it kind of pings out and bounces around everywhere and, you know, wants to butt me off. So maybe when I get to Brisbane, I'll look at some Race Tech springs for the front or something like that. But until such time, anything super, oh, excuse me, that's my bacon, egg and cheese roll. Oh, I ate that a second time. Yeah, so until I get, you know, something more done with the front, or in a situation like this, get a riding buddy, I've got another 9 months of full-on adventure, you know, and I'm not so, you know, I don't have ego, or I'm not a hero that I'm going to go and do something for the hell of doing it, to say, yeah, I did it, and risk, you know, breaking Artemis or breaking a bone and fucking the rest of my journey. For me, this is a journey of adventure, not a ride to the death or, you know, a big ego trip. I'm just not doing it. I want to be able to, you know, get on my bike tomorrow and go explore more places. So anyway, so that's it. I have to finish off the northern part of the OTT, the Frenchman's and the CREB. So now I've got three hat tricks, another good excuse to come up here. So anyway, I'm going to go for a ride anyway. I'm just going to keep riding. The rain's held off. A few more dark clouds ready to come over. But yeah, let's go enjoy the rest of this day, and then tomorrow the journey continues. So more locals doing work on the side of the road, and even they said yes, that's a resident 5-metre-y. Set him down there. They actually said it's too hot. He'll be in the deeper water right now. It's freaking nerve-wracking. Just sick of it. Sick of it. Curse you, Mr. Croc. We're on a good time. So this is the same river I came to look at yesterday for Mr. Croc. And look how low the water is. So that tide's got to be at least 1 metre. So yeah, as soon as I came across and saw this, that actually worried me during that crossing across to the CREB. Because if that water all comes back in again, how deep is that river going to be? So I noticed little things like that. Environment. Being a bush babe. Yeah, that was quite nerve-wracking. This is a beautiful family that I caught up with at Ellen Beach. It's amazing how I just keep crossing paths with everyone. So go around, introduce yourselves.
Adam, Tamara, Hadley, Jado, Neville.
And they're staying here with Neville at the Daintree.
Young Neville,
Yeah?
Good old bike rider.
That's it.
We got Roella and Abe, but they'll be on their phone somewhere.
Yeah. As usual. Shows your helmet, buddy. So what are you riding? Oh, that's actually a nice helmet.
Was it 85?
Wicked. So show me scratches.
Well, it's brand new. It's one ride in.
Ah. Yeah, try not to get scratches on him.
He
Shoot.
meant to have his 85 on the back of the truck, but he blew it up. On his
Oh. Red lined it.
first ride. Done a big end, 110 k's.
Oh my God.
803 the next 400
You know what? Bag it once, bag it well. Sorry for your wallet, Dad. Oh, that's wicked. Yeah, I love catching up with amazing people. So yeah, I was out at Ellen Beach and met these beautiful people, and we had a bloody good chinwag out there. Yeah, just keep crossing paths with everyone. The journey's always about the people you meet as well. It's wicked. All right, I'm gonna go see that croc. So I couldn't find a croc on my bike, so I'm gonna get Captain here to take me. The croc cruise up the Daintree. Here we go. Quinda come to visit me while I'm making my video. The diamonds. You're the diamond darling. Thanks for the amazing hospitality. Come on, Artemis. Let's go do a little dance. Catch us all on the road.